Hi everybody, I am Arup Chakrabarti, a cataract surgeon with an abiding interest in glaucoma, working at Chakrabarti Eye Care Center from Trivandrum. We are very happy today to have Dr. Mohita Sharma with us. She is from Noida. She is the director of Tirupati Eye Center, and incidentally, she has also started a movement, Women Ophthalmic Society, WOS, in India about a year ago. And this is a very interesting movement, and I think a lot of things are happening, and it's a very vibrant body. We'd like to find out from Dr. Mohita what exactly WOS is all about, what are the goals, what are the what are the long-term plans, and what is envisaged for its implementation on a national level.
WOS is Women Ophthalmologist Society. This was started 1 year back, and the main aim of this society was to improve the professional working environment for women ophthalmologists. Now, if we see ophthalmology today, more than 50% are women. However, if we see how they are doing in their professional career, we find that many of them are not up to the mark. Only 10% could be doing how much they should do, and 90% are not able to perform as much as they should do. Because of this society was formed, because this is a platform where they would get a lot of opportunities in their professional environment to have their professional growth. So in this we have various plans which have been planned, and these are being implemented. Some have already been implemented, some are in the process of implementation. This includes things like Speaker Resource Center, which means women get more visibility in national as well as international conferences to speak about their work, and this would also encourage them to attend more conferences. Secondly, we are starting a mentor-mentee program, which means that there are certain mentors, men as well as women ophthalmologists, and women can choose mentors as mentees, and these mentors would help them upgrade themselves further in their professional knowledge as well as skills. Thirdly, we are also starting a program which is for their training, which means that women would be given surgical trainings by different members of Women Ophthalmologist Society. Now, survey was in fact carried out this year, and 2,200 women ophthalmologists were approached this year, and it was found that majority of the women feel that they are lacking in their surgical skills, and hence this program has been started to upgrade their surgical skills. So overall, this is a national society with a central organization and state chapters, and in each state chapter there are 5 women and 2 men as advisors who are working for the benefit of women ophthalmologists and that particular state. So that's how we are functioning. And to look into the matters of the state centers, there is a central organization which is guiding all these state chapters as per certain rules and regulations.
Thank you, Dr. Mohita, for all these inputs. Now, I just wanted to discuss a specific thing in the same context with you. Is we have very bright youngsters, the women, who have just completed their residency with their own awards, that they have done brilliantly in the exams, and then I don't see them for the next 3 years, 4, 5 years, and then they resurface. And then when I talk to them, they said that yes, they had to take a break for some reasons, for unavoidable reasons, and they are not in a position to go for a long-term training program, fellowship program. Most of the fellowship programs these days are, not less than 18 months, 24 months, with even some programs are even longer. So have you thought about how to integrate, this major chunk, a very important component of Indian ophthalmology in WOS? What are your plans for that? Have you thought about it?
Yes, you are very right, Dr. Arup, that women, once they resurface back after their break, they don't have enough time to upgrade their knowledge by going somewhere and doing, say, a 2 years or a 2.5 years or 1.5 years fellowship, and hence they are not able to do what they should, and they start practicing ophthalmology as a namesake ophthalmology, where all they are doing is OPD work. Now, for this, WOS has started some surgical training programs, and these are all short-term training programs. They start from 7 days to 30 days to 3 months. This is something for which they can go and they can upgrade their knowledge as well as their skills, and they can come back and they can restart. Now it is very much obvious that women require a break because of their family, because they may be in the childbearing age, and these are the years which are their prime years where they need to also upgrade their knowledge and skills. Now once they take a break of varying periods, it may be 3 months to 2 years, 3 years, once they come back, they definitely need to refine their knowledge further, and for this WS is coming out with these surgical training programs.
Wonderful. I think, and it's very nice that you have thought about this important segment of the Indian ophthalmology. Do you see a similar scenario abroad in the Western world where where things are a little different, things are a little more advantageous from the woman's perspective?
In fact, we were surprised to see that there is a Women in Ophthalmology organization in America. That's when I thought that this should be started in India. We found that this organization has been there for last 40 years and it's a very strong organization, and we tend to think that as India we are backward and they are forwards. But surprisingly, the women ophthalmologists there as well as here both face the similar kind of problems as far as their professional career is concerned. And we have collaborated with this Women in Ophthalmology organization, and we have become a chapter of theirs, and they are helping in a lot of collaborative programs. So they themselves run certain surgical training programs, but their surgical training programs are wet labs. In fact, they would be sending their members for surgical training to India as an exchange program also. So we would be helping each other in a mutually beneficial manner.
Somebody from KSOS, when young ophthalmologist, a women ophthalmologist from KSOS, want to get further information, from WS, and in terms of how WS can help in individual cause, not for the whole state, but not for the zone, but for an individual case. What does she have to do?
There is a website of WS by the name of www.wasindia.org. They can see that website. All the programs that are currently running as well as which are planned for future are given in those website, and they can go through those programs and they can contact WAS for any of their individual professional upgradation. We have a lot of things like, as I said, we have mentor-mentee program. They can choose a mentor as per their requirement. We have this speaker resource center. They can apply to WAS for whichever conference they want to speak in, and we can place them there through WAS, because we have some special slots for WAS in national as well as international conferences, because once they are a combined WAS WIO member, they also get the international WIO benefits also, which means they can get international visibility also. So they can directly contact WAS for all these activities.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Mohita, for all the time that you spent with us talking about, the plans and the goals of this, very progressive organization. I really appreciate the labor and the efforts that you're taking, to promote the cause. And I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors in this direction.
Thank you so much, and I would also like to thank you for a special session for women that was held in this CME today. Thank you so much.